Yeah. It's the dawn, baby. Prince Tom, baby. She wanna fuck cause I'm nasty. Little bitch is mad, I don't text her. She too annoying, she extra. I gotta go get my bread up. I'm riding around in a Tesla. I'm riding around for the cheddar. I'm on my grind, I can't let her. I gotta go get my bread up. She wanna fuck cause I'm nasty. Little bitch is mad, I don't text her. She too annoying, she extra. I gotta go get my bread up. I'm riding around in a Tesla. I'm riding around for the cheddar. I'm on my grind, I can't let her. I gotta go get my bread up.
I gotta go get my bread up. Fuck with the game, you get wet up. They getting vexed. Be no more cause it's a flexer. You just an extra, bitch, I'm a jigger Vanessa. Dapping that pussy get wetter. Wait, pussy so clever. She heard that I do it better. After the money, the cheddar.
ATM, 7 boys, niggas know that we next up. Tell these goofy niggas catch up. Mad cause they don't fuck a check up. Fuck a good, blessed up. Pussy good, never text up. DTB, next up. Then I scared off in a Tesla. She diving in the bed like a wrestler. Love on my bitch, the aggressor. It's getting wetter, and she controlling the mood. She tell me stop, slow down, then I go faster. And now she talking confused, stupid little bitch. Talking but she want me trap her. Need it on me, I should whack her. Sentence fully to a pastor. Can't get her from me, but they can hurt me. And that shit got her like, ooh. Started with nothing, came up for nothing. Tell me, boy, how can I lose?
Trapping every day, that's what it is.
No, I grind for that loot.
Jerk then I'm back in the mood.
No, I just need me a clue.
She wanna fuck cause I'm nasty. Little bitch is mad, I don't text her. She too annoying, she extra. I gotta go get my bread up. I'm riding around in a Tesla. I'm riding around for the cheddar. I'm on my grind, I can't let her.
Hello and welcome TFL. How's it going, guys? How's everybody doing today? My guy, The Bus. How's it doing today, sir? This is the first time I've seen you in the live stream. How you doing today, buddy? How's it going, man? How's everybody doing? Guys, same rule. Just let me know, how I sound. Let me know if everything's loud and clear. I just want to make sure that my volumes are right and stuff. And all that stuff. I want to make sure that stuff's squared away. What's up, Serge? How's it going, brother? I hope you're finding a new game plan for, whatever guy you face next. Trying to make sure that you come back off that, off giving up 3 sacks, I'm good. You know me, bro. I'm chilling and stuff. Always trying to, spice up my life and stuff. We're doing good right now. I just picked up a partnership with the New York Patriots. We'll talk about that in a second and stuff. Just want to make sure I get a couple more guys in here. I'm definitely tired, Serge, because I worked I want to say 17 and a half hour day. I am beat. My guys went on strike. It is a whole nonsense. But thank you so much for the question. Chris Branwin, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Always good to have Wolfpack Nation up in the live chat. I'm always happy to see you guys. It's always funny as hell whenever you guys are involved. So before we get into this, I just want to go ahead and tell you guys, Spicy Night Live has officially partnered with the New York Patriots, the team that we did a commercial for earlier. I think it was last week with David Patterson, the owner. He came in and explained his program. I've partnered with them. I am a fan of the pack. I've partnered with them. I'm going to be covering a lot of their games and a lot of stuff that they're doing moving forward, giving them some advertisements on the show like I'm doing now. I also want to point out their new sponsor that I will show the flyer for right here. This is their new sponsor, the official tattoo shop of the New York Patriots Tattoo Society Studio. As you can see, 2536 Marion Avenue, 2nd floor, Bronx, New York. Give them a call. Got some really good tattoo artists over there. You can see that they're a Pioneer League official sponsor. And you can definitely go ahead and check those guys out. I know a lot of you guys have ink, and I know a lot of you guys appreciate your, I know a lot of you guys appreciate your tattoos and stuff. And I have a couple tats myself. I think I'm going to go ahead and give them a call as well. So if you're in the mood to get that ink, if you got that itch, summer's coming up, you want to look, your best, finish up a tattoo, get something covered, definitely go check those guys out. Let them know that you saw them through, Spicy Night Live. Let them know that you saw them through the Patriots and stuff. They are an official sponsor of my new partner, the New York Patriots. With that being said and out of the way, now that the business is done, it's time to make sure the spice is right. I'm going to answer a couple questions. What's up, Bear? Surge. They left the TFL because they're doing a showcase team. They're trying to, challenge collegiate teams all across the country and even outside of the country. They're trying to play Canada, Brazil, Puerto Rico. It's crazy schedule that they're doing. If you want to play, Surge, I know they need linemen. Go ahead and hit up David Patterson. It'll be a dope experience, and they could definitely use more big guys on that line. With that being said, we have the Bed-Stuy Crusaders offensive coordinator, Ahmed Sultin. He's a good guy. They get paid. Who gets paid? The Patriots? I don't know. They pay to play. We have the offensive coordinator for the Bed-Stuy Crusaders, Ahmed Sultin. I want to say thank you to the whole Crusaders organization for allowing me to come out to practice yesterday night. I had a blast. It was awesome working with their linemen. Just want to say thank you to those guys. Taiwan Anthony's done a great job with that program. Coach Jew is obviously a monster of a coach, as anybody knows. I had a lot of fun, and it was really good work getting to work with those linemen and getting them a little bit better, and hopefully they could turn that season around. But with that being said, their coach, Ahmed, has, a message that he'd like to go ahead and share, and also I got some questions for him as well as to the season that they have going on. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give him a call, and then let's go ahead and get this interview started. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's going on, Dom?
Not much, man. Not much. Everything is going pretty well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Hanging in there.
Cool. So for those who don't know, who are just joining in, this is Ahmed Sultin, the offensive coordinator for the Bed-Stuy Crusaders. He is the ringleader for that offense going on over there. We spoke earlier, he has some things that he wants to say. I got some questions for him. It's going to be a pretty good interview. Go ahead and speak your piece, man. Let him know how you feeling.
Yeah, pretty much, this is my second year with semi-pro, and I've noticed a big difference in the way the attitudes of guys that play this game from other levels of football, be it Pop Warner, high school, and I guess college, and even the NFL, because I know players from there too. And I noticed the biggest thing that's lacking is there's a lot of disrespect in this league. A lot of guys think that, they can just come on the football field and do what they want, say what they want. Guys don't show up to practice. And, they just come game day, basically. They don't come before the season. And they just show up to the games like, okay, we're ready. Guys don't understand that football starts months prior to the season. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. And from a coach's point of view, it's tough to teach these guys new things because, oh, by the way, they know everything in football. That's why they're here and not in other leagues like the CFL or Arena. A lot of guys just think that they're the best out there. And if they go out of state, they would be taught a valuable lesson in, football, in life, and in everything else. And I think that these guys, they need a lot of respect, man. They honestly do. And that's my biggest problem with it.
Well, let me ask you a question, okay? What do you say to though if what you're saying is true? I understand that, players got to come to practice and, they got to work hard. They got to, show the value. I understand that completely. But this is semi-pro. You get who you get, and that's working. A lot of teams out there have success, and they don't get numbers at practice. I remember my first year with the Pharaohs and the PFLs, my first year semi-pro ever. I think we got maybe like 10 guys per practice if we were lucky. And we all went all the way to a PFL chip. We lost one game that season and then lost in the championship. That was it. There's a lot of teams out there like the Storm. The Storm never practice. If they don't even have a practice to get guys to, I'm pretty sure. They don't even practice. And those guys are winning. I mean, yeah, I understand the smirking and stuff because it's not, the way football was back in the day. I understand that. But the Storm have had multiple amounts of success on different levels, different leagues. They have players that are known everywhere. They're a really good team year in and year out. Maybe not the best, and they don't play up to the best of their ability. But at the same time, they are a good team that doesn't need practice. What do you say to that?
Well, obviously a lot of these guys are men, they're grown up, they have families, some guys have kids, some guys have jobs, that is understandable. And most of these guys, I'd say 99% of them have played some type of organized ball. So when guys come to you, let's say take a skill position like a running back, majority of running backs know how to run the ball. They know how to do the basic stuff. But as an offensive coordinator, especially a new one, when you come into this, you are trying to teach these guys maybe your system, maybe a new system, different lingo. And if these guys don't understand it, then it becomes harder on the coaches. Teams win, yes, but let's look at how they win. You can break it down into a couple of ways. One, teams could stockpile, the best talent, so to speak, because let's say I'm a new player and I want to go and my boys are winning a championship, let's say with the Storm. Hey, yo, come to the Storm. We're a good team. Come and play. I will go there, obviously, because my players are there. I might have heard that the Storm was winning. I'm just using them as an example, and then you wind up having talent. And talent is something, that's hard to overcome. You can't teach talent. I can't teach a guy to run a 4.3. I can't teach a guy to be 6'3" and 330, size, speed, those things you can't teach. But there's other things we could teach, and I think practice is very important because it teaches cohesiveness, it teaches teamwork, it teaches a lot of value, respect, and not to mention football. And I don't see that. I was on the Storm sideline, and guys are always me, and you see it in every team, including my team.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that you don't need practice for some of the guys in the comments. I'm just strictly saying that at the semi-pro level, you don't get commitment like maybe you did. A lot of guys compare it to their high school days where like guys came straight out of class and you get the whole team at practice and stuff or whatever the case is. I'm not saying you don't need practice. You always need practice. I'm just saying that at this level, you never get full numbers. I don't know many semi-pro. The best teams in semi-pro get full lines to practice. That everybody else that's, in the lower tier, the mid-tier, they don't get linemen at practice. They don't get, a lot of guys at practice. That's all I'm saying. But the Crusaders offense, as the offensive coordinator, that you're at the helm of everything that's going on. But your offense has been god-awful this season. And a lot of the blame go. I mean, listen, I understand, the smiles and the ridicule, but let's be honest with each other here. Oh my God, that is a horrible offense. Terrible offense. You barely put up points. You have players. It's not like you don't. And they don't come to practice. I understand that. But at the game, I mean, these guys are doing everything that every other semi-pro team does. How come your system doesn't work? How come certain players in the league call your offense a Madden playbook where you run 2 or 3 plays? How come you can't score like everybody else can? Even the Kings score, the Bobcats score. Every other team scores, you guys don't. How do you answer that?
Okay, well, we could break it down again into different levels. Let's look at statistics. We've been averaging 2 touchdowns a game. The last game that we lost was due to extra points.
When was the last time you guys played a decent team and put up 2 touchdowns? Because to me, I watched you guys play the Eagles. You guys couldn't do anything right. You guys got shut out multiple times. Terrible games. Against the Bobcats, you guys struggled. People are putting 50 points on the Bobcats. You understand that a team that 1 year ago, before you came, was 1 game away from winning a championship against, that Storm team that you were talking about. I mean, 2 touchdowns is what? That's not – you could, pick up a fumble twice in a game and score a touchdown. That offense is terrible.
Okay, well – I mean, since I am the OC, I would have to take the blame for that. But again, the coaches aren't the ones that, make decisions. Let's say throwing. They're not the ones that block. They're not the ones that catch. They're not the ones that run. A lot of the turnovers are killing us. We have a lot of turnovers, and that's one thing we're trying to cut down on. Timing. It's a big thing for the offense. And unfortunately we're not there yet. We're not clicking 100%. We clicked in the second half 2 weeks ago, and we put up, I think, the most points in the league. But, it's all about cohesiveness. It's all about guys getting together. It's all about guys playing together. And it starts with the offensive line, because if the offensive line is not working as a unit, is missing pieces, snaps, false starts, holdings, that kills the offense. It's hard when the quarterback doesn't have time. It's hard when the running backs doesn't have lanes. and that's something we're trying to work on this week. Every week we try to work on one of the things that we did negatively, and the offensive line is something that I personally I'm working on, this week, and we have a very tough schedule ahead of us, but we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, you guys have like your next 3 games. I think are probably like the worst thing you could ever ask for, like ever. I think this is like the curse of everything. But with a team where you have Dominic Page, okay, easily one of the best athletes in this league. All he did was score last year. You have Mike James, a quarterback who hasn't blossomed yet. He's had absolutely, a terrible season. Mike James, if you're watching this, God, you're bad this year, man. What the hell? You absolutely suck this year. I don't know what the hell happened, but you need to go ahead and fix that shit. I think I'd be better at quarterback than you have been so far. Anyway, moving on from that, you have Josh Harris. You just picked up Pharaoh's player, Chase Banks. That's a big pickup for you guys. Flash, this is the Bed-Stuy Crusaders. You have Terrell Ellis. You have Andre, the wide receiver. It's not like you don't have an offense around you. Okay, you don't have an O-line. Boo-hoo. What are you going to do? But as an offensive coordinator, it's your job to fix these things. It's your job to find a way to make it work. Like I said, this is a team who last year, basically this team has gone from Cinderella to embarrassment. And how does that, reflect when last year we scored, last year the Crusaders scored, and this year they have not? It kind of falls on you, doesn't it?
Well, I can't look at last year's team compared to this year because A, you're not running with the same roster. B, different circumstances. You're playing against different opponents. So those things are factors. Let's push that aside. Every game there's been different circumstances. You get guys like, for instance, our quarterback Mike. You mentioned his name. Is he having a bad season? Yeah, he is. But
horrible season. Top 5 worst seasons of any quarterback ever.
Let's look at why. Mike just came off a really bad leg injury. So everybody knows that when you have leg injuries, it's hard to come back from because in those moments where, let's say, he's trying to throw, it gets to you. Everybody here that had a major injury knows that. If the offensive line is not blocking well, let's say, in the Eagles game, we were horrendous. So he starts, second guessing the jittery, the quick throws, the bad decisions, because that could weigh on his mind. We also don't know what's going on in his personal life. These are things that affect players. Sometimes they do. We've seen it at the upper echelon level. Yes, we have a lot of very talented skill players, but again, the last game that we played, we didn't have our center. We were missing our right guard. Our right tackle wasn't there. We get to the game literally an hour before the game starts. Quarterbacks are putting on their equipment as the reps are calling out the coin toss. The transportation was a problem. These are issues that affect the game. These are things that fall upon us as management to handle, and we're trying to fix that, But also at the same time, there's another level that most guys don't look at. Why am I here as a coach? Am I here to win games? Am I here to coach semi-pro and say, hey, I got a trophy like the ones that are behind me? No, it's not about that.
Those are pretty small trophies.
Yeah, they're very small because I'm far away. I got some big ones too. Look, I have another one over there. All right, it's not the size of the trophy. It's what it's for. I played different levels of football myself, but I'm here to help guys become better people in life. It's honestly, winning and losing is secondary to me. There's a lot of young guys that didn't get opportunities that some of these other guys might have had, where they went on to high school to catapult them into a college where they got a full scholarship, and they made it somewhere. They got a good job. They understood life, and it made them a better person. To me, that's more important. When guys call me up personally and say, hey, coach, I need something, and I go, and through me, I've allowed other guys to get work, and they were able to make money. And one of the players just called me up. He was like, Coach, thanks. I was just able to buy my mom a birthday present, which I couldn't buy. That to me is more important. Checking up on people, finding people. Guys get hurt, guys have problems. Somebody's parents are sick. We help these guys get through life problems that they might not, especially anger issues with these young men. We got 18, 19-year-old players that honestly they're out there, the football players, but they're still not ready for this world because life is gonna be the toughest person to hit you. Not a linebacker. and that's why I'm here. And along the way, if we pick up championships, that'll be great. But I want to see 10 years from now, 15 years from now, guys coming back like, hey, coach, thanks for helping me out on those years because this is what I've done. You helped me get this job. You helped me go to this college. You helped me graduate. And that, to me, is more important. Other people put emphasis on winning.
I understand that. I understand that. I think it's great, and that's always been known that the Crusaders' mission has been to build up, young men into aspiring adults. I understand that. Trust me, I get it. I was a part of that mission. I supported that mission. It's half the reason why I came down to play for that team in the first place, because I knew that winning wasn't that important. But after a certain time, like last year, we had the Crusaders had a real run at doing something amazing. You understand what I'm saying? And at that point, that's kind of the catapult between a team that's trying to raise young men and a team that's trying to build a winning program. You can do both. Look at the Kings this year, okay? They didn't win a game for 3 years. A lot of them said the same thing. We wanted a ball to have fun. You know what I mean? Not a lot of them, because we didn't even know who some of their Facebook pages were. But when we figured out, who was playing for who, they told us, we were just trying to have fun. It was like a last-second team. Okay, whatever the deal is. 3 years later, never won a game. This year, they win games, and they're working. They are really trying to do something here. It's not just about finding kind of like a cheapskate way out. And, yeah, it's great if 10 years later, the guys you have are great or whatever the case is, and that they're making money on their own. That's awesome. We're talking about the TFL right now. We're talking about the season right now. Right now, you guys are probably, in my opinion, the second to worst offense in the entire league, and the first offense is 0-5. I don't think that you guys are. I think the Bobcats have a better offense than you guys. I don't think you guys are, better than that. Bow Wow said earlier in the comments that, they need me at line or whatever the case. Look, I'll keep it honest with you. I saw those guys play last night. They need a lot of work. And one lineman is not going to change, because you need 5 or 6 on that line to really make a difference. So, no, I don't think if you pick up one guy, it's going to make a difference at all. You guys are going to lose these next 3 weeks. And I don't think you guys – it would surprise me if you guys scored these next 3 weeks. I was at practice, and the practice was intense. I enjoyed creating a little bit more of an intense practice. I think it was fun to watch. But then I sat home, and reality kind of set in, and I realized that you guys are just actually going to be bad. I mean, it's just – it bothers me a little bit because of the decline that has come off of it. Because, the defense is playing decently or whatever, giving up. Look, you gave up 36 points to the Eagles. Okay. Well, they at that point, they were the most high-powered offense in the league. At that point. Obviously, they've fallen off, but at that point, they were one of the best. And then they have the top 3 teams the next 3 weeks. Who are your next 3 games, Coach?
We play the Storm in 2 weeks.
Storm, Wolfpack, Pharaohs. They got a forfeit win this week. And then they have the Storm, Wolfpack, Pharaohs. Okay, you versus Storm, they beat you guys 22-6. Okay? You guys versus the Wolfpack, mercy rule at the halftime. I'd say 50-0. Okay, you guys, against the Pharaohs, the Pharaohs are having a little bit struggling offense. I don't know if they're going to fix that by then. Saying that they don't fix that by then, I'd say maybe, 21-0. That's what I would assume.
So
somewhere around there.
Basically, what you're saying is we're going to average 2 points a game based on what your opinion is. So we're going to score 1 touchdown.
I'd give you 0 points a game.
Okay, that's great. I'll take that.
I'll give you 6 on like a weirdo, like weirdo recovered fumble, and you guys don't score on the 2.
Well, all right, that's fair enough. You know what? I like that, and I could put a bet on that if you want. I guarantee you we will score more than that. Not to mention, we are, regardless of who we play the teams on our schedule. If we beat the 2 teams and the Bobcats are better than us, that's great. The Bobcats are better than us, but we beat them. So, that's neither here nor there.
Have you watched your team?
Oh, listen, I'm there on the sideline. It doesn't matter. What matters is, coming out the half, we ran up the middle on them, and we had a 65-yard touchdown run untouched, and that was pretty much the deciding touchdown. You know, the defense shut them down in the second half. They couldn't do anything through the air or the ground. It was their quarterback that was killing us. Once we contained him and we started hitting him, he was shut down, and the offense took over from there. We killed the clock and we ran out and we won the game. We were behind and we won. You know, the week that we put up 4 touchdowns, we were down by 10, and the offense woke up, the defense shut them down, and we came back and we scored. Mike James,
what team was that you put 4 touchdowns on?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, but regardless of who it is,
no, I actually don't. I actually don't know who it was.
Okay, then you need to go and check the film. You know, against a team like the Eagles, yeah, we shit the bed. The Eagles absolutely destroyed us on every level and every facet of the game, and it was a wake-up call. And you know what? We're still working on these things. And like I said, we're undefeated at home, so we're going to see what happens in the Storm. If you want, I'm ready for another interview in 2 weeks after the Storm game. How about that?
Listen, we'll get you on right after. We can get you on at half. I'll tell you what. Let's do the interview third quarter against the Wolfpack game because they're probably going to mercy you guys at the half. So I think the refs are going to call it at the half.
We can make this a weekly call since you said that we're going to lose 20-6 to the Storm. Why don't you hit me up after the Storm game? And then when you realize that you were wrong and we got the W, because obviously, in my opinion, we're going to win every game because any coach that goes in and says we're going to lose doesn't deserve to coach. So I'm going to do whatever is necessary to win every single game because that's the way I'm looking at it. So you hit me up after that Wednesday if you want, and we'll have another interview. And by the way, you're probably going to owe me an apology after that.
I'm going to owe you an apology for what? Why? Because you guys are going to lose 20-12 instead of 20-6?
Well, listen, we're not losing. I'm telling you that right now.
I guarantee you, I will literally, I'll put the life of my unborn child that you guys lose that game.
Don't do that, man. You're gonna have one nut after this conversation. After that game.
I guarantee you, I'll put my nut on the, on that game. Go by any means. You guys lose that game.
Okay, we will see. We will see what happens.
I'm just being honest with you.
I think there's guarantees. There's no such thing as guarantees. Ask the Atlanta Falcons.
No, yeah, but you're not the Patriots, they're not the Falcons, and you guys are definitely going to lose that game. That is a guarantee. You guys go 0-3. That is a guarantee.
Well, like I said, come talk to me after the Storm game.
Well, I mean, yeah, no problem. I'll absolutely do that. I'm just letting you know. I can see into the future almost. In case you didn't know, I'm 13-3 in my predictions. So, and the 3 that I lost, I don't know, randomly the Kings decided that they were going to be a good football team. So, I mean, that's life. But good shit Kings, you know, I know where to put my money on. But I'm 13-3. I don't think I'm taking another loss for the rest of the season. So, I'm going to go ahead and lay it down like this. You guys are going to go 0-3, and then I'm going to go 3-0 on my predictions because that's an easy 3 wins.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would definitely, you know, if a team was undefeated, that's easy to pick them. That's easy. But the
Storm are not undefeated.
Well, let's see what happens after the Storm game. Remember, we haven't lost a home game yet, so technically we're undefeated at home.
So that you think that's gonna? You guys play the Pharaohs at home, don't you?
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna stay undefeated at home?
Like I said, I'm worried about the Storm. I don't care about the Pharaohs. I don't care about if the Patriots come down. They're not on my schedule right now. My number one goal, Storm. That's it.
What's the final score of that Storm game after the game?
Well, I can't predict the score, but I would say 20, maybe 2014, 24, 26-14.
26-14.
Yeah, 2014, 26-14, somewhere along that.
It's a lot of faith in that offense. I gotta tell you the truth.
I have faith in my boys.
It's a lot of faith in that offense.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I can't knock the hustle. I can't knock the hustle. You know, I understand being a coach. You know, you gotta have faith in your team. I just wanted to let you personally know that you definitely have ballers on that team. There's definitely individual talents. Tommy El Rashidi, Malik Darling, you got Ty Kim, you got Christian Fife, you got Tuggy, you got Andre, you got Terrell Ellis. Mike is just not being good, so I'm not even going to, bother with that. You got Josh Harris. You definitely got ballers on that team. Obviously, it just hasn't worked. I enjoyed going to your practice yesterday. Thank you so much for having me out there. I definitely appreciated every moment of it. I thought it was awesome. I will tell you that you absolutely are crazy. I think you need a shot of Henny to calm down a little bit with that 26-14 talk. But I mean, hey, that is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? But I appreciate the confidence. Thank you so much for coming on, Coach. I appreciate it.
Problem. Don't forget to call me on next Wednesday, though.
I'll be at that game, and we can talk during that game.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Coach, no problem. I'll see you later.
No.
All right, guys, that was the head coach. That was the offensive coordinator of the Bed-Stuy Crusaders. You know, honestly, I just had to keep it real with him real quick. I had to be a little, I had to be on my spicy stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know how it is. I mean, I just kept it real, honestly. Look, Crusaders, don't hate me, bruh. You guys got ballers, man. You guys got talent. Y'all not being used correctly. That's just how my opinion rocks. But I'm gonna just keep it like that. You understand what I'm saying? We've been live for 30 minutes. I think that's pretty good as it is. It was a little spicy today. I told you there was gonna be a little, it was a little something today. I was gonna get on somebody, but I told him that yesterday at practice. Don't forget, guys. Do not forget the Patriots tattoo sponsor. This is the official tattoo shop of the New York Patriots Tattoo Society Studio, 2536 Marion Avenue, 2nd floor in the Bronx. If you're ready to go and get some, ink done for the summer, go ahead and check them out. I'll leave the flyer posted in the page for you guys. Also, thank you to David Patterson and the New York Patriots for partnering with Spicy Night Live. Always appreciated when guys come and support the product. Thank you so much. I hope it was a good episode. Guys, don't forget that YouTube page is under construction. I'm uploading the recaps to that page very soon. Don't forget to subscribe when I post it. This way you guys can go ahead and share the links and all that stuff. Let's get some, a little bit more publicity for the league. Thank you guys for coming on. Friday, we're going to have a face-off with one of the Eagles players, one of the Kings players. Hopefully nobody bails. Tavon, fan. You know what I mean? Because some of those Eagles got their heart took in, bruh. But thank you guys so much for coming along, and I appreciate everybody, man. Keep the spice. Make sure the spice is right, because when the spice is right, the league has light. You feel me? Keep it spicy, fellas.